Welcome to Stop Cooking with Plastic. On today's episode, we're going to be making a wooden spoon.
Get any piece of hardwood, trace a spoon if you have one, if not, freehand it. Use a bandsaw, scroll saw, or normal saw and cut out the outline. I cut a little bit outside of the outline, so just get a belt sander or some sandpaper to get a little bit closer to that drawing. If it's a little bit thick in your hand like mine was, just throw it on your belt sander or use some sandpaper to thin it out a little bit. So I drew a little circle around where I think would be a good place for the dip in the spoon. I'm no good with hand tools. If you are, awesome. Use your hook knife or whatever you prefer. I'm going to power carve using a Dremel and just a rough bit right here. Just kind of go at it however deep you think you want it. We're going to end up finishing it with sandpaper later. Once you have a good rough shape, grab your lowest grit sandpaper. I use 60 and just go at it. Once you're happy with that, move on to a higher grit. I went from 120 to 300. What I'm doing here is called water popping. The water will raise the grain. You want to do that after around 300 grit and then let it sit for a couple minutes and it will dry again. Once it's dry, sand it back down with that same grit you ended on. For me it was 300, then progress back up to 600, 1000, whatever you want to end with. Now we're going to put a finish on it. Some people like to use mineral oil and beeswax. I like to use this walnut oil. It actually cures, so you don't have to reapply it as often. You can also use tung oil, but if you have a preference, use whatever you like. This one turned out great. Hope yours did too. Thanks for watching.